going to do it. I commit to doing it, and I will do my 10,000 steps a day. That reduces death by 50%. It's time to take action.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Elaine is coming.
Hi, John. Good to see you. Thumbs up. Alan,
Hey.
good to see you. Cindy, hello from the South Coast. Doctor, good to see you. And Sharon, I see. And Charles, hello, everybody. I see you guys are wide awake. And we got Trump 2024. You just need to update that to 2025. Oh, you won the election in 2024. So that's that's it. All right. Well, I think what we're going to do, if you've taken note of the email that went through and the messages, we've got some big announcements coming through and some big changes coming through. So this is obviously there's been a lot of number crunching, things moving backwards and forward, feedback that we've had. And as you know, we didn't have a meeting last week, and there's a specific reason for that. We took a step back, we looked at everything, looked at all the data, and I don't know how many meetings we've had, Philippe, but it must, and Gonzalo, we've had a lot of meetings in the last 2 weeks, and not only with ourselves internally, but with the external partners and suppliers that we've got coming on board. And I don't know if you just want to say something on that side, Philippe and Gonzalo. I know, sorry, Gonzalo, just a heads up, he's not feeling great. He's fighting the flu. So if that's there, we're just sending you some support there, Gonzalo. But Philippe, maybe just, there's been so much going on. It's so difficult, and we are going to do the presentation. But I think just from your side, just briefly, obviously, we've taken a step back. We're meeting with all the different things, the plans, what we're doing. What's your thoughts before I get into the presentation today?
Yeah. So basically, what was an eye-opening moment for me and for the team is when we had some discussion with the members, the most active members of the community, and expressing some frustrations, some ideas, some suggestions. So we were basically we were expecting feedback, but not as much as we did. So we had to process all of this, and at the end we came up with the decision to start from scratch and to think out of the box and to not just following the path that we initiated 15 months ago, but really to go back to the drawing board. And that's why it took some time. It took 2 weeks to work on this new plan. Of course, we had some ideas before, but now it's the time for the real transition. It's time to change drastically the model. And I think, Rory, we're going to go through the reason why we decided that and what we came up with.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think no further ado. Is there anything you want to add, Gonzalo, or you all thumbs up that side?
All good on my side. Thank you. Philippe summarized it perfectly.
All right, fantastic. So today is the 23rd of September. And firstly, we want to just give you a huge thank you for, as just to paraphrase what Philippe has been saying. I think one of the things is that it's hard to get critique, but getting good, honest feedback and participation in that feedback is what makes it successful. And I think, again, you must understand this is a project for us as a community where this is our project, our product. And we are on a mission to make sure that it's a sustainable project that is going to be here for the long term. And that's been said from the start. We're not here to do something that falls over and is not here, etc., etc. And we've set aside $500,000, and we took a step back and we really were honest with ourselves as well. And part of that is going through every support ticket. I had lots of meetings with Tony and the team, and also independent meetings. and looking at the data, and and myself and Philippe, we've had some really heart-to-heart discussions about things, and I think some of you will agree with it, and maybe some of you will disagree with it. But if you've been around for some time, the one thing that you can rely on us is that we're going to be transparent, open, honest, and we're here for the purpose of what we're putting together. And you've got a company that's here for the last 30 years and still going to be here for a very long time going forward. This isn't a pump and dump and a fly by night. We are here on a mission to do the right things and do it right. So that's important. And that was the basis of what a lot of the decisions that we're doing. And this is again coming from your feedback and your suggestions and future suggestions. This is the base and the foundation of as we move forward. So let's go through some of the good. We got the good, the bad, and let's just open it up. Okay. We've had some really good engagement with leaders, and we know that the referral system is a success. So just to rehash, we had an MLM system that was based. People don't want to do MLM, or it just looks not right. So that was all. We got a good referral system. That's not a problem. We know people want to get healthy. And what we've noticed as well is that people are excited around the monthly draw and winning prizes. So we know the gamification is there. And we have had a really overwhelming response to the business in the box concept. And this is our fundamentals where we want to help people build a business, because the world is going through massive changes. We know this, you know this, if you're paying any attention to wars, media, AI, job changes, job creation. This is a fundamental. I think ultimately everybody's going to need a bit of a side hustle, because jobs are not guaranteed with the technology moving forward. So the business in the box concept is there to work with people, get that side hustle, and provide all the tools for you to be successful. That is the foundation, and we got money to back that up. But what is some of the bad that we need to reflect on? Okay, so the community hasn't grown as we anticipated, because the current business model is not attracting people the way that we see it. Now, there's many reasons, and I mean, we can dwell on a lot. For example, frustration on the steps. There's frustration with this, with that. People are panicking about their step points or multipliers, or trying to game the system and all that. And that's not what the intention is for. We're here to build a community that people can trust. We can trust each other, and we can be honest with each other, and we want something that is simple to work with. One of the challenges that was quite interesting for me to observe, and it's true, the system is too complicated for people to understand. So we've got the things like the multipliers, and then people are confused, and okay, then people panic about the fact that they didn't get their 10,000 steps in, and there's also issues with data, for example. Not everybody is connected to data all the time. And then the app connection, something doesn't connect, and it could be a glitch, or there's an update. So this is causing a lot of frustration and a lot of tension with the community. And if we look at the overall frustrations, this is not here to frustrate you, and that's not what the intention is. So we need to be honest with that and look at that, and that is why I think Philippe has said clearly we need to be honest and start from scratch for this. And that doesn't mean we don't take the lessons of what we got. We're continuing with certain things, but I think it's paramount. You must understand the value of where this is all coming is when we have the coin launched. So we've got to make sure that the platform is super smooth, because of the valuation of what we're doing with the coin moving forward. So keep that in mind. It's not just about an app. It's about a community and an economy of where we do good habits that produce good results and financial results for everybody. So that's I want to. I don't know who's been playing around with AI, and if you're honest with yourselves, I've been working with AI when it kind of was starting to launch. I mean, I subscribed to Gemini, I subscribed to Grok, I got involved with HeyGen when it got started. But what we're seeing now, if you're participating in any of the AI growths at the moment, people are starting to bombard. If you look at YouTube's are just being created with AI. Things are moving so fast. in the AI space, and the integration into existing businesses is exponentially growing. And I use the word exponentially, and I think you guys that have been working with it would fully agree with me. Where we were 3 months ago when we were generating videos to the realistic videos we got now, where we're going to be in 6 months' time. And you also, if you do your research on where the data centers are and what's happening in the US of A, there are huge data centers being put together. And this is, without question, fundamentally going to disrupt the business as we know it today. We know that, you know that. So looking at it and looking at the timeline, we got to say, okay, this is what we got, this is where we are, this is where we're going with AI. Steppy is just not even a scratch of the surface of where we're going with what we want to do and integrate. And we need to be cognitive because we're having those discussions with the people that we're doing things with. And it's like what we have now to what we're going to have in 6 months is like a huge difference. So taking that into account, we've had to make some key decisions. First of all, there's a free subscription starting from the 1st of October. This thing about paying and not paying and memberships and everything, we effectively want to have a free membership. The free current trial, we just want people to have a free membership and count the steps and do what they need to do with what we are launching coming forward. So we want a smooth process and people not to be frustrated, and we still want to reward you from that perspective. So we're going to be doing weekly withdrawals and prizes and all that sort of stuff is going to be there, right? So you're going to have your $100 awards, your $50 awards. We're going to throw in additional things. The other thing is that we want to do is you're going to have more opportunity to use your points to have draw tickets to up your chances. So this is all around the gamification. And just a note here from Gonzalo, we're going to be looking obviously for the minimal activity. Instead of having to log in and do your 10,000 steps and play the game, we're looking at minimal activity for you to have a draw. This is important as we go through the transition stage. It's very important that we do this. And if we look from a timing point of view, we're ready in October. So we're doing all these changes on the one side, and when is the best time to launch something? We also know that we get very good feedback when we ask for the feedback. So we're in this conundrum of the exponential AI growth. We're in a conundrum that we're launching something completely new and updated. We're also looking at the time of that launch, which is towards the end of the year. And I think everybody agrees the end of the year is quite tough to launch something. And also everybody is a little bit tired, and fried and everything. So when we hit the ground running, we want to have it perfect. That's number one. We've taken this long to get to this point. We want to make sure, there's a saying that says you've got to measure twice and cut once. So we want to measure twice, and keep getting feedback. There will be incentives on participation and trials. We want to look at surveys and questionnaires where you get extra tickets and draws and prizes, because the value is in the usage and the participation and your feedback as we refine what we're about to launch. Also, your rewards are safe. Nothing's changed there, okay? Your SEC is there, your step points, your commissions, everything is safe. Nothing's disappearing. But you are going to be giving options of what you want to do with all that stuff as well. So we are basically, before we move across to the new system, we are kind of gamifying and getting all the information back from everybody, and we're building for a massive launch that ties in with the whole SEC tokens as well. So that's very, very important that everybody's aware of that. So nothing is lost, okay? That's an important one. Effective today, the billing has stopped. We don't want people to pay for the app anymore. Commissions will be paid as per normal and will be paid on the 10th of October, and the leaderboard draw will be done on the 7th October. And then we're going to have weekly draws. The redemption in the marketplace, we're limiting it to the SEC tokens and ticket draws for now. And you can use them or you just hold them for the new platform that we're going to launch. And we say 3 to 6 months. My personal preference would be in the early part of the new year, because everybody's back, we're fresh, we've tested, we know what we've got, and we've got all the feedback from everybody. As I said, we're ready in October, and I think everybody agrees, when it comes to December, it's not the best time. So when we launch, we want to hit the ground running from that perspective. And we're going to do a lot more detailed communication next week. So I know there might be hundreds of questions in your head. That's okay. We're going to answer all those questions. We want to do this right. So please understand. So your SECs will be updated into the new plan and the new listing strategy, and we're going to spend time communicating that in October. All right, that's part of why we want to do the weekly withdrawals. Remember, the tokens are the ones that's going to give you the value in the future, because the system is going to be effectively locked that way. More people join, the value of the token goes up. More people spend money, whether it's memberships, whether it's ordering products, whether it's anything. And we want to automate that process as best as possible. So in the background, what you're not seeing is we've got the app on the one side, but the website has a lot more functionality that's never been revealed, which includes products and runs the whole commission levels as well. So there's lots of switches and changeovers that we're busy with and trialing. We want to introduce the physical products. There's things that we want to do that's going to be exciting, and we may mention and communicate some of this. I know Alan is like probably jumping up and down because he and I've chatted about stuff, and we got some some exciting things for South Africa, but we've got to do this right. That's what I believe. And if you feel differently, you're welcome to say that as well. So your subscriptions that were made in September, if you want them paid back to you, we'll pay them back. Obviously, we're going to pay them back in step points, and the commissions will be paid out, and that's all good. This is an added benefit for you. Keep in mind, because it's the commissions, and you're going to get the values of the step points. So if it was, 3 months, you're going to get 3 months worth of step points. So it's like $90 credited to you in the back end, or $80. You're going to get that monetary value. If you've just paid and you're in an absolute panic about things, please don't panic about things. You will be able to drop an email and we will address all your questions. So there's going to be a lot more details next week. But when we say there's big changes for a reason. So we want to do away with all this frustration. We want to do away with people worrying about their steps and it's not counting, and we're doing away with that because we know where we're going from that perspective, and that is what we want to show you in the next coming months. Again, 3 to 6 months. We might be comfortable and launch this in maybe December if we think it's the right time, but we want to engage with you and get more feedback and trials and membership. So keep in mind what we said about the business in the box. We know there's key people here that are going to be very, very close to what we're doing, very, very in the inner circle. That business in the box team is going to be the key people that are part of what we're putting together as we move forward. So there's a reason why we are going to be leaning on those people. And if we're going to put $500,000 to good use, we want to make sure that those people are happy with everything and it's going to work well, and we've tweaked and changed what we need to change. So we got all these things happening at the same time, and we need to allow the improvements of what's coming in the AI. We need to get all the feedback, we need to position it, and we need to time on how the code token is going to work and integrate into the new system as well. So we could launch now a semi-baked cake, okay? But we don't want to do that unless you guys feel differently. I think we want the right thing. We have so much value. And again, the more we're having refining and discussing this with the parties involved, the more we see it's better to have things in the right way. So if you've got any question that you're worried about, any question, and I know some of you might not have had a response in the last 2 days and things like that, because we wanted to have this meeting now, just write a support ticket. Myself, Gonzalo, and Philippe are going to go through all the support tickets. There's been a specific meeting addressing any questions that you have, and we will be communicating on those questions next week and doing a summation of those questions. So we're not going to go into all those details now. We're not going to sit and spend hours answering those questions. We know that you have an opportunity now, and next week we will address all the questions that you have specific to any concerns that you have. And if necessary, we'll have a one-on-one call with you as well. But I'm excited for the change. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited that we do things the right way. And I'm very happy as well that Philippe has made this. If you've ever had a frustration with step points, I can put my hands up. If you ever had a frustration with games, I can put my hand up. We want to make this. This must be an enjoyable process and a good process for the community. And when we go out there and I put my name to something, and Sharon puts her name to something, and Alan puts her name to something, and Chris puts his name to something, John puts his name to something, I don't want to be sitting trying to explain why a step point didn't add, or why this multiplier didn't work, or this didn't add up to that, and all that. No, sir. That's not what we were trying to achieve. So by ripping the band-aid off straight away like this, taking, as Philippe said, we've done this, we ripped the band-aid off, and we're saying, right, we know what wins, we know what's good, we know where we are, and we know what's available. Now we need this bridge to engage with you over this time. It's not going to cost you anything, and you're going to win stuff. If you want to participate, pop in, you're part of the weekly draw, win some dollars, win some prizes. Who knows? Maybe we give away some watches, maybe a new iPhone. Who knows? That will happen. But we're not going to continue with something that is upsetting you or frustrating you. That's just a no-go zone. Does everybody agree with it? Can I get a thumbs or like up or some reaction? Just so we can have an honest review around the table. Getting thumbs up. Look at that. You're getting thumbs up, Philippe. So this is what the community and listening to the community means. They're the ones that have told us. I see Sharon's got a heart. They're the ones that are having to deal with some of these tough questions and trying to explain difficult things. And we want to make this a smooth and happy process for you. So firstly, thank you for your support. We're not going anywhere. We're right here. We'll be here every week. We want this to be enjoyable. We want this to be fun. There's going to be more details next week. And we're going to be able, when we launch, we're going to launch with a big, big bang. And all of you that stick in here, all of you that are part of that process, that are part of the business in the box, are going to have an exponentially built business underneath you. That's all I have to say for right now. Philippe, Gonzalo, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Rory. I think we've been through all this, and I think the members, the community understand where we're going. There's two things I would like to say. We learned a lot of things over the last 15 months since we are live. We've been live in July 2024. So we are 15 months of operation. We learn a lot, but there's two things that I would like to underline. What we learn is that to grow, first of all, the gamification, it was a big success. Today we are 30, 38, 39. When we have a lucky draw, we are 70, we are 80. Sometimes we were 100. Sometimes because people are coming because they like the gamification, they like the lucky draw. This is fun. And so we have to keep it and make it even more successful. That's why we do it every week instead of every month, because people like it. It's fun. The second lesson of all these 15 months is we need to grow the community. And to grow the community, charging $29.95 per month is not the best way to go further. Is not the best way. The best way is to make it free. It's because what we're looking is to grow the community as much as possible. And then when the community will be big, I mean, we have so many ideas. Rory, you mentioned some of them briefly, but we have so many ideas. But all these ideas only work if the community has a good size and growing. That's the condition. And to grow, it's simple. It's free for all. It's free. You share it. Because you share it, you have some rewards in terms of tickets on the draw. It's simple. We don't counting steps anymore like the way we do. We just have to do some minimal exercise because again, it's still a health app. So we keep this. You have to do some minimal, but not the 10,000 per day. Some of you were, stressed so much to reach this 10,000 per day. When connection was bad, we receive a tons of tickets because your connection was not working, your phone was not working, you missed a day or 2 or 3, and it was a disaster. And we understand that. We don't want to have this disaster moment again. It should be joy, it should be fun. So we only share joy and fun. So every week we're going to do a draw. To be part of a draw, you just have to be registered and just to do some minimal activities. That's it. And we're gonna share these moments every week with fun. And I hope we're gonna be hundreds, more than hundreds, to be part of this new version of the app. So
Yep.
I think more details are needed, of course. So if you have questions, they will be answered next week. We are now fine-tuning all the details of a new plan. But again, October 1st, it's a new era for StepChain. We're here, same team, same ambition, but sometimes we have to restart. It's a new start. So I'm happy that you sharing your feelings like that. It's very comforting.
Thank you, Philippe. And I think everybody appreciates when they go out and they share something, which again, you remember, this is just what we're doing now. Where we're going and what's going to be revealed, we want to do that in conjunction with you, and that's going to be really, really exciting. So we've listened, we've made the tough choices, we've made the changes, and we'll continue to listen and we'll continue to improve. If Elon Musk didn't send the third or fourth rocket, we wouldn't have SpaceX now. You understand? We wouldn't have SpaceX. He made that call. So Philippe is here believing in us. All right. Philippe is here believing in us. Gonzalo is here believing in us. For us to refine and get that fantastic platform that we all benefit from, we all get healthy from, and we all get financial reward from. And that is exactly what we're busy with. And I'm excited because I feel the focus is right. And we know what we've got available, and we're bringing it all together. And we need to not rush it because it's too important not to rush, if that makes sense. We want to make it right. So, Philippe, thank you to you. Thank you to Gonzalo for all the work and still being here sick. I don't know if you want to throw in some comments there, Gonzalo, from your side. Shame we didn't even do.
No, it's all good. This is a very exciting time. Like Rory said and Philippe said, we're going to be giving a lot more details, and we wanted you to absorb today all the information given to you. There's a lot there. It's a change of thinking. As Philippe said, it's free in this transition period. We have some very exciting plans for the future. We want to encourage a large community, and we're looking forward to all your feedback and further feedback because we've gotten so much in the last month or so, and we're looking really forward to continuing to work with you, not for ourselves, but for you, and we're very excited about the whole situation.
Closing words, Philippe?
Rory, I suggest we very quickly share this session or recorded session. So because I'm sure our friends are eager to look back to what we shared today and understand better what we're doing. So I think we're gonna do it as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna have a little dinner, then I'll get it out to everybody. Thank you for making the time.
Okay.
And
Thank
definitely
you.
try and participate next week with all the questions being answered. Have a great one.
Yes. Next week it will be September 30th. It will be the last day of the StepChain version V1, and the 1st of October is the first day of the V2. All right.
Perfect.
Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers. Bye.
Maybe you can do 10K?
10 kilometers?
No, baby. 10,000 steps. Take the challenge. Do it with me.
Okay, I'll do it with you.